Welcome this week to the Michelle Valentine Show. I'm Michelle Valentine.
And I'm Joseph Isquillo.
You're kind of normal today.
Yes, I am normal today. I'm laid back. I'm relaxed. I'm ready for the topic of the show today. It's very interesting stuff. So
it is very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
This show is about sex.
Can we say that word?
S-E-X.
I think we got into that conversation.
Yes, we can say it because,
sure we can.
Because it has to do with sex as a medical benefit.
And I'm all for that kind of medicine. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty then. So
we all like that kind of medicine.
That's right.
And there's a program out called Love and Life, a healthy approach to sex for all older adults, and it's also sponsored partly by Viagra.
Correct.
And
so you know it's got to be good.
How would you know?
I don't know.
You don't need Viagra.
I'm just talking from like hearsay.
Uh-huh. Well, we're going to be talking about sex today for older adults. And we have Paulette Geller. She's the executive director of the Miller Center for Older Adult Services. And she's an expert at this. And she's the one who's going to be speaking a seminar on this. So all of the older adults out there that are interested in enriching your sex life.
What a nice way to put it. I swear to God. You have a way with words.
Enrich your sex life.
Enriching. Okay.
I am all for things that enrich your sex life. Because
Amen.
sex keeps you young, keeps you healthy, it keeps the mind stimulated.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it feels good.
And it feels good. Correct. Now, I have a question for you. I see that you have a magazine there with a bunch of highlighted stuff.
Yes, I have a magazine that's highlighted with a lot of stuff. And this actually is called a magazine called Successful Slimming. And my mom sent me this magazine, and I'm always on these crazy diets and so forth. So, but anyways, I have to read this because this is great information for this show. Here is an article written by Zone Diet Guru, Dr. Barry Sears, and it says, foods can whet your appetite for sex.
Hello. Hello. And you see, he's got the big S-E-X word in it. So I guess, folks, that there's something to do. This show has definitely a theme going, which is what we talked about at the beginning.
We have a theme going on. Okay, so this is what he says.
Hold on, I'm drooling. Okay, go ahead.
You're going to drool. He's talking about foods.
Okay.
And it says, here's the good news. A juicy steak and strawberry mousse can help you recapture the joy of sex.
Well, wait a second. You're not putting the mousse on the steak, are you?
You're putting the mousse on the person.
Alrighty then. Cool.
No, that's not what he's saying.
Okay, no.
Okay, and the famous fitness expert says the daily fix of delicious food has aided celebrities such as Madonna and Howard Stern that improves their love lives.
You're talking about Madonna and Howard Stern. Do you think they need any help? I mean, well, I imagine that the food does something, but I mean,
think everybody needs help anyways.
Okay, all right.
Everybody needs help regardless.
Let's take his word for it.
So he says the key, according to Dr. Sears, is to reduce the level of insulin being produced by the body. He explains that too many carbohydrates are to blame for forcing up insulin levels.
Okay.
And to get slimmer and sexier, you need to cut down the carbs.
So in other words, if you have too much sugar, right?
Too much carbohydrates,
or carbohydrates that create insulin, then you become lazy and you just you don't perform as well.
I mean, I think that if you keep eating bags of potato chips and lots of candy bars
and in front of the TV
and hamburgers from McDonald's, I think that it will start to slack off on your sex life.
Oh my God! I'm sure the burger places are really happy about what you just said.
Sorry, McDonald's.
What are we gonna do? You have to follow this diet.
Do you wish you had clarity of purpose and the motivation required to achieve your dreams? Would you like to transform your life? Martin D. Tier, M.A., Transformations Facilitator with 30 years health experience can help you create what you want in your life. Call for a free, confidential consultation. 407-761-5276.
Do you have a child that loves to write? Published author Dale Slongwhite of Write Minds offers creative writing summer camps for children and adolescents, only $99. Also offering weekend retreats for adults. The only requirement is a love of writing. Call for a free consultation, 407-803-8840. Hello ladies, this is Michelle Valentine, and I've discovered this fabulous boutique called Cerise Boutique, Fine Jewelry and Clothing, located on New England Avenue in Winter Park in Hannibal Square. Let me tell you, they have the most beautiful clothing and jewelry in town. And if you see me around town wearing something gorgeous, I bet you it's from Cerise Boutique. Stop by Cerise Boutique and say hello to the owner, Barry. If you love chocolate, you have to visit Ferris & Foster's famous chocolate factory. They are your neighborhood confectioner, family owned and operated. Candies are made fresh one by one each day right in their own shop in Baldwin Park. Book your personal or corporate chocolate party today. Drive to their candy factory in Baldwin Park or visit their yummy website, www.ferrisandfosters.com.
Okay, so here's some more info that he writes. Okay, and this relates to our show today with older adults. So it says, male sexual concerns center around impotence.
Okay.
And as men get older, they begin to worry about prostate cancer and heart attacks.
Okay.
So as with women, these concerns can be traced to insulin, to increased insulin levels, and the effect that insulin has on their hormones. So everyone's starting to slack off as life goes on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It could be because you're with your partner for like so many years now.
That's true. That's true.
No.
That's
Okay,
true.
so, and his recipe for good sex includes a juicy steak, tasty
love this man.
seafood,
I love
and
this man.
perhaps strawberry mousse, while cutting back
What's
on
with the strawberry
pasta,
mousse?
bread, and rice. Well,
Is it strawberry? Because, you know, like the fruit or something has a...
well, I mean, strawberries, you think, are kind of a sexual food.
it
you
is.
know, like, you know, you have the strawberries, you're supposed to feed
Have you ever
them.
had strawberries and champagne?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Talk about... Well, let's just get back to...
All right.
All right.
Okay. Now, there's a woman also, she's a fitness expert, and this woman, Doreen Viru, author of the Yo-Yo Diet Syndrome, also believes that a change in diet can save your sex life. She says that lovemaking can be ruined when the chemicals in your body are out of sync with your partner's.
Okay.
So maybe if you're all like full of energy and he's like, you know, not tonight, honey, I'm a little tired.
Okay.
Then you should maybe not have fed him that huge dinner of, you know, pot roast potatoes, and so he's just tired.
I
so
agree.
just
I agree.
feed your man strawberries for dinner and you'll be all right.
This girl and the strawberry. I swear to God. I'm buying a bag. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so here it says working women live on upper foods such as candy bars,
True.
diet sodas, that's what I'm drinking, and chocolate,
Okay.
which these foods make them edgy, okay? So then men, on the other hand, usually eat downer foods such as red meat and bread, which tend to slow them down. So at night you have a man who wants to love his mate and a woman who's ready to scream. So, but this is the great news of the whole thing. It says, but a balanced diet can get you both on track in just 1 week.
All right. So this is a 1-week program.
So in 1 week, only eat juicy steaks, tasty seafood, and strawberry mousse,
And you'll be
you'll
Superman.
both be
The super couple.
a super
Yes.
couple.
Now, I have a question for you. They
Yes.
say that chocolate is very, you know...
Aphrodisiac.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So why, I mean, why does it make you edgy then? I have a question.
Because it just stimulates you too much.
And
you
it's
know,
just
you're
you're climbing
going,
the walls,
going,
climbing the walls.
Sure, kind of like a caffeine stimulant.
You know, they don't mention caffeine in there. I wonder if caffeine is good or bad, because caffeine...
Well, caffeine is good for a short-term basis.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to burst you up quickly, but then there's a really high downfall.
And then a
just like
downer.
sugar. When you give kids sugar, you know, kids are, but then they're ready for they get cranky and they want their nap. You know,
That's
just like
true.
men, when they have too much of that, they get cranky, then they want their nap.
See,
and
children then men, children then men. There's,
There's a
you know, I'm not
correlation.
even going to go there, folks. But those of you who are watching, you know, listen to this.
All right. Well, where we're going to go next when we come back from this is Love and Life, a healthy approach to sex for older adults. Okay, so why don't you stay tuned and we'll be right back with more sex on the Michelle Valentine Show.
Oh my God. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Do you have a child that loves to write? Published author Dale Slongwhite of Write Minds offers creative writing summer camps for children and adolescents, only $99. Also offering weekend retreats for adults. The only requirement is a love of writing. Call for a free consultation. 407-803-8840.
Do you wish you had clarity of purpose and the motivation required to achieve your dreams? Would you like to transform your life? Martin D. Tier, M.A., Transformations Facilitator with 30 years health experience can help you create what you want in your life. Call for a free, confidential consultation. 407-761-5276.
Hello ladies, this is Michelle Valentine, and I've discovered this fabulous boutique called Cerise Boutique, fine jewelry and clothing, located on New England Avenue in Winter Park in Hannibal Square. Let me tell you, they have the most beautiful clothing and jewelry in town. And if you see me around town wearing something gorgeous, I bet you it's from Cerise Boutique. Stop by Cerise Boutique and say hello to the owner, Mary. If you love chocolate, you have to visit Ferris & Foster's famous chocolate factory. They are your neighborhood confectioner, family owned and operated. Candies are made fresh one by one each day right in their own shop in Baldwin Park. Book your personal or corporate chocolate party today. Drive to their candy factory in Baldwin Park or visit their yummy website, www.ferrisandfosters.com.
If you are a firefighter, police officer, teacher, healthcare provider, pastor, military or veteran, then you are a local hero. Homes for Heroes is a community-minded company whose purpose is to provide real rebates and discounts for heroes who are buying or selling a home. Call Stephanie Anson to receive your savings at 407-252-8240.
Hi, welcome back to the Michelle Valentine Show, and this is the Sex Show. We did a show well back at the beginning of the whole Michelle Valentine Show thing, and we did a show on enhancing your sex life with various
Bag of toys. That's right.
Yes.
I remember that.
And do you realize that that is one of the most popular shows
Yes.
that everyone still talks about till this day?
Actually, I think I still have the brush that I got that time around. But no, that was fun. That was fun. And I
was a
think
fun
this is
show.
going right on those lines as well.
Absolutely. And, the show, Michelle Valentine Show, is about everything to do with love and relationships.
And romance.
And you need to be healthy.
Correct.
And,
a good sex
sex
life.
plays a great role in that.
Of course.
So, absolutely. So, we have Paulette Geller. Hello, Paulette. How are
Hello.
you? I'm excited to have
Welcome.
you on the show.
Glad to be here.
So, why don't you tell everyone what you're about and what makes you a sex expert?
Oh, I did want to comment on that sex expert.
I know you do.
Do you know, I have to tell you what my husband would say. My husband would say what Dr. Ruth's husband said a few years ago.
What was that?
And what Dr. Ruth's husband said was, she's all talk. She is all talk. And, but that's not exactly true. Actually, I've had to rehearse a little bit for
sure.
this segment so that I,
Oh, you did?
I could
And-
speak from experience.
And
Okay.
research is
Absolutely.
important.
Personal
Okay.
research is very, very important.
Well, we have your husband on the line right now, and
He will tell all.
we're
We
kidding.
have to be careful. Well, I'm executive director for the Winter Park Health Foundation, executive director of Older Adult Services for the Winter Park Health Foundation, and we provide a variety of services for older adults, and we have a very large component of community education, and this is one part of it. Sex is a very important issue for older adults, and it's something that traditionally we haven't talked about very much.
That is true.
Until Dr. Ruth came along and made it kind of okay to talk about sex in public,
She
not just
basically opened the
private.
doors.
So when you say older adults, about what ages are you really talking about?
Well, the research that went into the development of this program was people over 60. But truly, as I was doing my research, getting ready for this program, I thought about a few things. I thought about, first of all, back to Dr. Robert Butler and Myrna Lewis, who wrote a wonderful book called Love and Sex Over 60. They talked about two languages of sex and sexuality. There's a language of sex and sexuality that younger people have. That's the boom, boom, let's go, you know, and it's full of explosives and, you know, and can I
go
say
into different
can I say the O
rooms and-
word here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can I say the O? Probably can't, but multiple of those things
Of course,
that you
of
probably
course.
can't
Those things
say
that
on
make
this.
you go, "Oh."
That's right.
Okay.
And
say that on this
you can
show.
say
Sure.
orgasm.
Of
Okay.
course.
So that's what younger people really have. That it's like this great big, it's procreation, you know, and it's lots of intense sex. As you get older, there's a second language of sex that comes with time,
Which is?
and it's a language that has intimacy as equally as important as the orgasmic experience itself.
Okay.
And then there's physical changes that may come with aging that don't necessarily come with aging, that happen that people take
course.
with menopause for women, for men, of course, erectile dysfunction that Mr. Dole made ED, made very famous, you know, ED, otherwise known as erectile dysfunction, that can come with probably prostate, issues of prostate, or medications, high blood pressure medications can affect a man's ability to have an erection, have and sustain an erection. And women with menopause have a thinning of the vaginal walls and a decrease in lubricant secretions so that
They don't
intercourse,
enjoy sex, yeah.
well, it may be painful. And you know, there's an interesting thing happened when Viagra came out, was here are these men, okay,
Right.
we found a way.
We are ready for battle.
Well, we found a way to kind of overcome the physical parts that came with changes of health, that might come with changes of health. What happened to the women now?
They were left behind.
What happened to the women who still have thinning of the vaginal walls and decreased secretions, lubricant secretions as a result of menopause? So we had a little conflict here of the health community, the medical community, maybe not keeping up with what women needed to keep up with the men.
With my man, yeah.
So that's all part of physical sex. That part of that language is physical sex, but then there's the intimacy piece. And the intimacy piece has to do with cuddling and touching and just a need to be touched that may not even include intercourse. And that's another part of sexuality that comes into that second language of sex that we have as we get older.
But you know what? I've always put that part that you're talking about now in a very high place. To me, that's as enjoyable as the act itself. To cuddle, you know, and to be close with each other. I think that's very important to have that even in a young relationship, don't you think?
Sure, I think as you get older, you start looking for a more of a long-term partner as opposed to when people are younger. It's just
Correct.
fun, and then
But the other thing young people have is, see, what you all have to do that we older people don't have to do, you've got to turn off the beeper
It's true.
and the cell phone
It's true.
and get out of that mode of being always connected and always communicating with something that we don't have. We don't have that.
That is
We have
true.
time.
So do you always turn off your pager and your cell phone?
You know what? I actually put them under the pillow, but I put them on vibrator. So we have an extra
Stop
thing
it.
happening.
Stop
there. I'm
right
sorry.
there.
Sorry. I do turn them off just in case, for the record. I turn off the beepers. Thank you.
Do you have a child that loves to write? Published author Dale Slongwhite of Write Minds offers creative writing summer camps for children and adolescents, only $99. Also offering weekend retreats for adults. The only requirement is a love of writing. Call for a free consultation, 407-803-8840.
Do you wish you had clarity of purpose and the motivation required to achieve your dreams? Would you like to transform your life? Martin D. Tier, M.A., Transformations Facilitator with 30 years health experience, can help you create what you want in your life. Call for a free, confidential consultation. 407-761-5276.
Hello ladies, this is Michelle Valentine, and I've discovered this fabulous boutique called Cerise Boutique, Fine Jewelry and Clothing, located on New England Avenue in Winter Park in Hannibal Square. Let me tell you, they have the most beautiful clothing and jewelry in town. And if you see me around town wearing something gorgeous, I bet you it's from Cerise Boutique. Stop by Cerise Boutique and say hello to the owner, Mary. If you love chocolate, you have to visit Ferris & Foster's famous chocolate factory. They are your neighborhood confectioner, family owned and operated. Candies are made fresh one by one each day right in their own shop in Baldwin Park. Book your personal or corporate chocolate party today. Drive to their candy factory in Baldwin Park or visit their yummy website, www.ferrisandfosters.com.
If you are a firefighter, police officer, teacher, healthcare provider, pastor, military or veteran, then you are a local hero. Homes for Heroes is a community-minded company whose purpose is to provide real rebates and discounts for heroes who are buying or selling a home. Call Stephanie Anson to receive your savings at 407-252-8240.
Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Valentine and welcome to this week's show. I have Marlene Spiegel with me, and Marlene is doing a segment called Cooking with Marlene. We're going to be creating some fantastic dishes using her wild tree spices. So whether you love to cook or whether you just love to watch someone cook, she's going to give you some great tips on how you can make some fabulous dishes at home, and she's going to tell you how to make those dishes even the more fabulous with her wild tree spices. Marlene, why don't you tell us more about your spices and what you're going to do today?
Welcome everybody, welcome to my kitchen and Cooking with Marlene. Today I am going to make a fabulous, delicious shrimp scampi. And I'm going to be using the grapeseed oil and the scampi blend from Wild Tree. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of the grapeseed oil, the scampi blend, another couple tablespoons, and then about a pound of shrimp. Now we're just going to let these cook for a little bit in the oil and with the scampi blend. And I want to tell you about the Wild Tree grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is half the saturated fat of olive oil. It is made from grapeseed, so it takes tons of it to make just a little bottle. The grapeseed oil has no preservatives, no MSG, no food dyes. So you're not going to get any bad stuff. It's not hydrogenated at all. It goes up to 420 degrees, so it's a high heat oil. So if you're grilling or if you want to cook fish, which needs to be at a high temperature, the grapeseed oil is the best thing you can be using. I'm just going to stir these a little more. And we just want to cook the shrimp till it's opaque. And then I'm going to tell you about our #1 dry selling seasoning, Wild Tree Scampi Blend. The Scampi Blend, the first ingredient of it is garlic. And it has such a wonderful aroma. There's wine powder, parsley, a natural butter flavor. And that butter flavor comes from a coconut extract. So yes, the Wild Tree Scampi Blend is part of one of the great things. Next, I'm going to stir this a little more. And then I have some pasta, whole wheat pasta that I've already cooked. And I'm going to add that and just stir it up and around until it all becomes one major dish. And would you like to see what it really looks like? Let me show you. Smell the aroma. This is one of the best things. Now take a good close-up of it. And are you ready? Can I sample it? I'd love to share it with you, but you're not here with me. Maybe sometime you can come to my kitchen. Good. is at the best. Now, remember, it's the Scampi blend from Wild Tree. We want you to have this in your home. And look, in the matter of time it would take to boil the pasta, you can have this on your dish for more romantic time with your hubby or your wife. It's Wild Tree. Looking forward to seeing you next week.
Do you have a child that loves to write? Published author Dale Slongwhite of Right Minds offers creative writing summer camps for children and adolescents, only $99. Also offering weekend retreats for adults. The only requirement is a love of writing. Call for a free consultation, 407-803-8840.
Do you wish you had clarity of purpose and the motivation required to achieve your dreams? Would you like to transform your life? Martin D. Tier, M.A., Transformations Facilitator with 30 years health experience, can help you create what you want in your life. Call for a free, confidential consultation. 407-761-5276.
Hello ladies, this is Michelle Valentine, and I've discovered this fabulous boutique called Cerise Boutique, fine jewelry and clothing, located on New England Avenue in Winter Park in Hannibal Square. Let me tell you, they have the most beautiful clothing and jewelry in town. And if you see me around town wearing something gorgeous, I bet you it's from Cerise Boutique. Stop by Cerise Boutique and say hello to the owner, Mary.
If you love chocolate, you have to visit Ferris and Foster's famous chocolate factory. They are your neighborhood confectioner, family owned and operated. Candies are made fresh one by one each day right in their own shop in Baldwin Park. Book your personal or corporate chocolate party today. Drive to their candy factory in Baldwin Park or visit their yummy website, www.ferrisandfosters.com.
If you are a firefighter, police officer, teacher, healthcare provider, pastor, military or veteran, then you are a local hero. Homes for Heroes is a community-minded company whose purpose is to provide real rebates and discounts for heroes who are buying or selling a home. Call Stephanie Anson to receive your savings at 407-252-8240.